Good morning. It's Jake Crocker once again with Crocker's Corner, episode 3. Yes, 3. 3 whole episodes. Tres episodes. I don't know if that's correct Spanish or not. I once part owned a Mexican restaurant and I still didn't pick up much Spanish. But here we are. It is Monday morning in Richmond, Virginia. And it is the beginning of the third week of everyone's life changing, the third full week with the coronavirus, COVID-19 chaos that has gripped our nation and basically grinded it to a halt. Thank you once again. This episode we're going to call Case of the Mondays. It's a different kind of Case of the Mondays. Most people have a Case of the Mondays because they have to get up and go back to the office, but now you're all home, so I suspect your Case of the Mondays is a little bit different. That's also a nod, of course, to Office Space, which is now on Netflix, and you have plenty of time to catch on Netflix anything really that you haven't caught up on. And I'll get more to that later because I did finally watch, as I mentioned in my last episode, Tiger King. But of course, this is about not only just what's happening, but this is about business and life and dealing with it. It is Monday morning. I just got back. I had to drive downtown to the health department and drop in off our permit renewals, which are due tomorrow. My restaurants are closed, but we want to make sure it's as anybody in the restaurant business knows, it's such a hurdle with all government things. People think, opening a restaurant is just hanging an open sign and cooking up some good food, but you got a lot of government, and the health department is one of the ones. So we renewed those licenses. But driving down there, it is downtown Richmond is usually pretty bustling during the business day, and just absolutely felt like a ghost town. This might have been one of the few offices that was open, and I'd rather not have gone down there. But hey, it's due on the 31st. It's due on the 31st, and that's tomorrow. And it's already going to be a challenge enough when we do reopen, so we had to get that in. And that's what I want to talk about with your businesses. Make sure that you're staying on top of things, even though this is a downtime and everything's chaotic and uncertainty it prevails right now. Make sure you're keeping your hopes up, staying on top of your responsibilities, because if you let things slide through the cracks, it's just going to make it that much more difficult when you do get the opportunity to reopen, whether that's next week or next month or next year. I don't know. And your customers want to see you return. This is a great shot. Boom. I'm getting really good with these graphics. This is a great shot of my local coffee shop, Lamplighter, and a message that we love you from their customers that was written in chalk on the sidewalk in front of it. That's my coffee shop, just a block from my house. And people do like that place, and it's really strange because usually in the middle of the afternoon, there's people all sitting out on the chairs and enjoying their coffee and enjoying their day, especially right now being springtime. And but it's important to realize that they want you back, which means it's important for you to stay engaged. And that's what social media is about. As long as you're putting something out there, just reminding them, hey, we're here, we're still around, we miss you as well, they will engage you. And that's really going to set the establishments apart that get an opportunity to come out of this. It's really going to set them apart from those who just go into their corner and hide in the dark until somebody turns the light back on. So it's a matter of staying on top of things. That's my advice today. Stay on top of your paperwork. I know it sucks. I hate it myself. And stay engaged with your customers. So when you do come back, and not only with your customers, with your staff, because I know I still communicate with my staff as much as possible. We've set up group chats. It's not only helps them through this because their work life. Their work family has become their family, and so them connecting. We've done virtual happy hours. We have a big group chat, and just staying connected with everybody keeps everybody's spirits up and keeps them motivated for when they do get to come back. And you're going to have a hell of a lot more motivated workforce, that's for sure. And hell, I'll be more motivated myself. Not that it wasn't before, but you never know when it's just going to shut off suddenly like it did just now. Which reminds me, here's a plug here, boom, for my the Employees Fund for my staff. That's the F.W. Sullivan's in Lady Nolans. If you go to the Facebook pages of either one, you can donate. We've raised a couple $1,000s, which we'll be divvying up, but far short of what we want, and frankly, a lot less than some of the other places have gotten. But that's all going to the employees, and we want to make sure that we can get them something during this downtime. The great thing about the restaurant industry is that there's so many independent sites, big corporations have made donations to these big funds. I'm not exactly sure how they divvy that up at the end, but I've encouraged my staff, not only local, but national organizations, but I've encouraged my staff to put their name in it, just so they can get something going, because this is a rough time. And that's what, if you're in the restaurant business, entertainment, any type of musicians, entertainers, I've just mentioned entertainment twice, restaurants, any time where hotels, anything tourism related, airlines, these are so tough times, because a lot of people who are tied to those industries, that I see the jokes on Facebook. Most of my friends are in the corporate world, which is where I was for many years. So, well, I gotta deal with the kids, and I gotta play more golf, and that's fine. But just be sensitive that there's a lot of people. Our unemployment numbers just here in Virginia just shot through the roof. I think it was up 2,000% applications last week alone, which I'm sure is actually going to increase this week. But be sensitive to that and be supportive of that and to each other. Touching base, I did mention about American Ingenuity, how we'll get through this together, and I mentioned Dyson. Turns out Mr. Dyson there is not American. He's actually English. So it's human innovation that's in all of our bloods, not just American. So although we take pride of that. So I'm happy to correct that. And it's just an interesting time. And speaking of interesting and weird times, I did finally watch Tiger King. Man, that's a lot of crazy people. That is a lot of crazy people who should not be interacting with each other, who are just making each other crazier. But it makes for great entertainment. So I think it was 7 episodes. So I do suggest tuning into that, because crazy times merit crazy ass shows. So that's it for today. I didn't give you a whole lot. I went on a little longer than I expected, but take care of each other. Once again, this is Jake Crocker at Crocker's Corner, reminding you I'm in your corner. Stay upbeat, stay motivated, get over that case of the Mondays, and keep on grinding, whether you're home, still at work, wherever. We're all going to get through this together. Have a good day, have a great week, and we'll see you again soon.